The art of decoding human attraction often feels like trying to solve a complex puzzle where the pieces are made of subtle glances, fleeting touches, and unspoken intentions. While some men are open books, others prefer to keep their cards close to the chest, burying their romantic interest under a layer of just being nice. This creates a confusing grey area where you find yourself wondering if his kindness is simply a reflection of his personality or a carefully veiled signal that he wants something more. Understanding the psychology of secret attraction is about looking beyond the surface-level conversation and paying attention to the involuntary, biological, and behavioral leaks that occur when a person is deeply drawn to another. It is a dance of subtext, where the most important things are often the ones left unsaid. At its core, secret attraction is driven by a mix of desire and the fear of vulnerability. A man might hold back because he values the current friendship, fears rejection, or is waiting for a definitive sign of reciprocity before making a move. However, the human body and mind are notoriously bad at keeping secrets of the heart. Even when he tries to play it cool, his nervous system often betrays him through dilated pupils, a changing vocal pitch, or the irresistible urge to be in your physical orbit. These behaviors aren't just random occurrences. They are part of an ancient evolutionary toolkit designed to build rapport and test compatibility. When he remembers the smallest details about your life or instinctively protects you in a crowd, he is demonstrating a level of emotional investment that far exceeds the boundaries of a platonic connection. This guide is designed to help you navigate that ambiguity by highlighting the 15 most consistent signs that a man's feelings have shifted from friendly to romantic. By learning to identify these patterns, from the way he engages with your digital life to the subconscious mirroring of your body language, you can gain the clarity needed to understand where you truly stand. Whether it's the lingering gaze of an eye contact reset or the effort he puts into prolonged goodbyes, these signs act as a roadmap to his true intentions. Recognizing these behaviors doesn't just satisfy curiosity, it empowers you to decide how you want to move forward. Whether that means leaning into the connection or maintaining the current distance, it's time to look past the nice guy exterior and see the attraction hiding in plain sight. Subtle physical proximity. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he will instinctively try to close the physical gap between you without being overt. This behavior is rooted in a subconscious desire for intimacy and connection. You might notice that in a crowded room or during a group hang, he consistently finds a way to stand or sit right next to you. Even in open spaces, he may lean in closer than necessary while speaking, or his feet and torso will be angled directly toward you, signaling that you are his primary focus. This isn't just about being friendly. It is a primal gravitational pull toward the person he desires. He wants to enter your personal bubble to gauge your comfort level and to establish a sense of us within a larger environment. This proximity allows him to pick up on your scent, hear your subtle tones, and feel the energy of your presence more intensely. The intense eye contact reset. Eye contact is one of the most powerful indicators of romantic interest. But when it's secret attraction, it often manifests as a cycle of staring and looking away. The eye contact reset happens when you catch him looking at you. He might quickly dart his eyes toward the floor or a nearby object to hide his tracks, only to lock eyes again moments later with more intensity. This back and forth suggests he is captivated by your features but is also nervous about being caught in his feelings. When you are actually speaking, his gaze will linger on your eyes and occasionally dip to your lips, a classic sign of attraction known as the triangle gaze. This level of focus shows he is fully present and emotionally invested in the interaction. It's a silent way of communicating that he finds you mesmerizing, even if he hasn't yet found the courage to say it out loud. Active listening and deep recall. A major differentiator between a man being just nice and a man who is attracted to you is the depth of his memory. If he remembers a passing comment you made weeks ago about your favorite obscure snack or a specific childhood fear, he is practicing deep recall. This happens because attraction sharpens his focus. Every detail you share is treated as high-value information. He isn't just hearing the words. He is cataloging your personality to better understand what makes you happy or how he can impress you later. When he brings up these small details in future conversations, it proves that you have a permanent spot in his thoughts. This effort goes beyond basic politeness and moves into the realm of emotional pursuit. as he is building a mental blueprint of your world to ensure he can navigate it more effectively and show you how much he truly cares. Mirroring your body language. Mirroring is a subconscious biological phenomenon where a person mimics the gestures, posture, or speech patterns of someone they are highly attracted to. If you cross your legs, he might cross his shortly after. If you take a sip of your drink or lean your head on your hand, he likely follows suit. This behavior is driven by mirror neurons in the brain and is an attempt to build rapport and demonstrate synchronicity. By reflecting your movements, he is non-verbally saying, "We are on the same wavelength." It creates a sense of harmony and safety between two people, making the interaction feel more fluid and natural. For him, this isn't a conscious strategy. It's a physical manifestation of his internal desire to be closer to you and to establish a bond that feels effortless and deeply connected, signaling that he is totally in sync with your vibe. Protective instincts in crowds. Even if a man is trying to keep his feelings under wraps, his protective instincts will often betray him in busy or chaotic environments. You might notice him placing a hand on the small of your back to guide you through a crowd, or stepping slightly in front of you to clear a path. He might position himself between you and a rowdy group of people, or keep a watchful eye on you when you're moving through a public space. This hero instinct is a classic sign of attraction. He feels a subconscious responsibility for your well-being and comfort. While he might play it off as just being a gentleman, the consistency and alertness of these actions suggest a deeper emotional investment. He wants you to feel safe in his presence, as providing protection is a foundational way men express romantic interest and demonstrate their value as a potential partner. Finding small reasons to touch. Physical touch is a bridge between platonic friendship and romantic interest. When a man is secretly attracted, he will look for accidental or socially acceptable ways to initiate contact. This might look like a lingering high five, a gentle brush against your arm during a laugh, or helping you remove a stray thread from your sleeve. These micro-gestures are his way of testing the waters, to see how you respond to his touch. If he lingers a second too long or finds excuses to be in your personal space, it's a sign that he's craving a deeper physical connection. He is checking for chemistry and trying to establish a sense of intimacy that words haven't yet expressed. Unlike a casual friend, his touch often feels intentional and carries a different weight, as he is subconsciously trying to create a physical bond while keeping his true feelings under the radar. Consistent engagement with your content. In the digital age, a man's behavior on social media can be a massive giveaway of his hidden feelings. If he is consistently the first person to view your stories, likes every photo you post, or leaves thoughtful comments on your updates, he is signaling that you are a priority in his digital world. This isn't just about mindless scrolling. It's about his desire to stay connected to your life even when you aren't together. By engaging with your content, he is keeping himself on your radar and showing interest in your hobbies, thoughts, and aesthetic. He might even reference something you posted days later in a real-life conversation, proving he paid close attention. This consistent digital closeness acts as a low-risk way for him to show support and admiration without having to make a direct or vulnerable romantic confession. The eyebrow flash upon seeing you. The eyebrow flash is a split-second involuntary movement where the eyebrows rise and fall quickly when someone sees a person they like. It is a universal human sign of recognition and positive interest. When you walk into a room and his face instantly brightens, his eyes widening and his eyebrows lifting, his brain is reacting to a shot of dopamine triggered by your presence. This reaction is almost impossible to fake or suppress, making it one of the most honest indicators of attraction. It shows that he is genuinely happy to see you and that your arrival is the highlight of his moment. While he might try to play it cool with his words, this micro-expression reveals a level of excitement and warmth that goes far beyond polite friendship, signaling that he finds you both captivating and a welcome addition to his environment. Nervous fidgeting or preening. Even the most confident man can become a bit unraveled in the presence of someone he is secretly attracted to. You might notice him preening, adjusting his tie, smoothing his hair, or straightening his shirt when you approach. These are subconscious attempts to look his best for you. Alternatively, he might display signs of nervous energy, such as fidgeting with his watch, tapping his fingers, or playing with his drink. This happens because his nervous system is on high alert, and he is anxious about making a good impression. If he seems a bit more restless or focused on his appearance around you than he does with others, it's a strong sign that your opinion of him matters deeply. This vulnerability is a major indicator that his feelings are moving into the romantic territory as he is physically reacting to the butterflies you give him. He initiates micro-conversations. A man who is attracted to you will find any excuse to talk to you, even if he doesn't have anything substantial to say. These micro-conversations are short, frequent interactions throughout the day, asking a quick question, sharing a random observation, or sending a brief text just to say hello. The goal isn't necessarily the topic of discussion. The goal is the interaction itself. He is looking for ways to keep the lines of communication open and to build a sense of familiarity and routine with you. By initiating these small moments, he is making himself a constant presence in your life. It's a low-pressure way for him to gauge your interest and enjoy your company without the weight of a formal date. Over time, these small threads of conversation weave together to form a strong foundation for a potential relationship. Changes in vocal tone or pitch. When a man is attracted to someone, his voice often undergoes a subtle but measurable transformation. Research suggests that men tend to lower their vocal pitch to a deeper, more resonant tone when speaking to someone they find desirable. This is a subconscious biological drive to appear more masculine, authoritative, and protective. Conversely, you might notice his voice becoming softer or more breathy during intimate conversations, signaling a desire for closeness and vulnerability. Pay attention to how he speaks to his friends versus how he speaks to you. If he adopts a smoother, more attentive, or deeper cadence specifically for your ears, he is likely trying to build a unique romantic frequency. This vocal grooming is his body's way of making himself more attractive to you, creating an auditory connection that feels distinct from his everyday casual interactions, seeking your approval or validation. If a man is secretly harboring feelings, your opinion becomes the gold standard for his choices and achievements. He might go out of his way to tell you about a recent win at work, a new fitness milestone, or even a small personal project, looking closely at your reaction. This isn't just bragging, it's a search for validation. He wants to know that you find him capable, talented, and impressive. He may also ask for your advice on things he could easily handle himself, like what to wear to an event or how to word a tricky email, just to see what you think. By centering you as a key influence in his decision-making process, he is signaling that he values your intellect and taste above others. This behavior shows he is trying to integrate your standards into his life to ensure he remains up to par in your eyes. Prolonged goodbyes. The end of an interaction is often the most revealing moment of hidden attraction. While a friend will offer a quick "see you later" and head out, a man who is attracted to you will find ways to stretch out the farewell. He might linger at the door, start a brand new topic of conversation just as you're about to leave, or walk you all the way to your car or station. These prolonged goodbyes happen because he simply doesn't want the time with you to end. He is savoring the final moments of your presence and likely looking for an opening to suggest the next meeting or perhaps waiting for a sign from you to stay longer. If the goodbye feels heavy with unspoken words, or if he looks back one last time as he walks away, it's a clear sign that his heart is much more involved than his casual words might suggest. Remembering the small stuff. While we previously mentioned deep recall, this sign focuses on the incredibly mundane details that most people would overlook. If he remembers how you like your coffee, the name of your childhood pet, or that you have a big presentation on a random Tuesday, he is demonstrating high-level emotional investment. This level of detail orientation occurs because his brain is prioritizing you as a significant person. He is listening not just to respond, but to understand the intricate nuances of your daily life. When he surprises you by bringing that specific coffee or wishing you luck on that presentation without being prompted, he is showing that you are constantly on his mind. This proactive thoughtfulness is a hallmark of secret attraction, as he is using his knowledge to make your life easier and to show you, without saying the words, that he truly cares about your happiness. The pupil dilation response. This is a physiological sign that is virtually impossible to hide. When we look at someone we are intensely attracted to, our brain releases a surge of oxytocin and dopamine, which causes the pupils to dilate or expand. If you are in a well-lit room and notice that his pupils look like large black orbs while he's looking at you, it is a direct physical manifestation of his internal excitement. This bedroom eyes effect happens because his body is trying to take in as much of your visual image as possible. Combined with the eye contact reset, This is a powerful biological indicator that he is deeply drawn to you. While he might be able to control his words or even his gestures, he cannot control this involuntary response of his nervous system. It is one of the most honest leaks of attraction that proves he is captivated by what he sees.